Patrick Adebola. I'm the Executive Director of Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria, Ibadan. When I was appointed by the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, that was October 2020, I was very excited. One, because I see it as an opportunity to give back to my country of origin. Immediately I was appointed, I swing into action. I came in, I met the management team. We were able to put heads together to first look at the challenges on ground and how can we resolve those challenges. If you look at this great institution, the major problem, like any other big institution of federal government, is funding. We're saying the level of funding is not enough. One, because Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria had about 1,000 staff spread over 6 substations and headquarters. If you look at that number and the number of infrastructure that we have all over the country, we can say that the amount of funding coming to the institute from federal government is still not enough. Federal government is doing a lot, but it's still not enough. We are not getting there. So we put heads together and see how can we supplement what the government is giving to us. In other words, we're looking at the internally generated revenue. How can we improve on our IGR? Areas that we looked into during this time that I became the CEO is one, revenue generating ventures. Like we have the CRIN Bakery, which is producing cocoa bread. We're looking at products that we produce from cocoa. That is cocoa, cashew, cola, and coffee. That is our byproducts. How can we commercialize some of those byproducts? Those are the areas we're looking into. Apart from that, we're also looking at how can we better serve the farmers in terms of giving them improved varieties of the crops that we are giving mandate on. How can we produce improved varieties of cocoa, improved varieties of cashew, improved varieties of cola, coffee, and tea? The second area is looking at the infrastructure. If you look around, we have a lot of structures that are dilapidated that we will now want to rehabilitate. When I came in also, there is a lot of problems before my arrival with the unions. It might interest you to know that this is a very hot place in terms of union activities. Before my appointment, there have been a lot of wranglings within the union. There is no harmony between the union and the management. But since I came, I've been able to talk to the unions, and things as it is now seems stabilized. Can say that we're having a very good relationship with all the recognized unions in the house. Another area that we looked at is 2016-2017 promotion areas were not paid to the staff. But since I came in, I moved swiftly. I went to Abuja and was paid in December. So everybody was happy. For the first time also, the promotion of staff was done as at when due. Training, that is one other area we've made a lot of success. When I came in, we've been able to conduct several trainings, especially on cocoa and cashew for farmers. Good agricultural practices for farmers, selected farmers in Nigeria. We also train them in terms of the safe use of pesticides or agrochemicals in general. So these are the things we've been able to do since I came in office. Thank you very much. Our plans in the next 12 months have been outlined, and one of the things we want to do, which have already started and which has caused a lot of misgivings among the staff, is the issue of rotational headship of departments and programs. Hitherto to my arrival, there have been issues of one person being the head of department for maybe for life or until he retires, and it has caused a lot of wrangling, especially among the unions. We have started this, and we have started it very well by making sure that we are now rotating the headship of departments and programs. That is one. Going forward, we are also looking at making sure that the relationship between the management and the 3 recognized unions in the house is strengthened in such a way that we see ourselves as partners in progress rather than antagonizing ourselves. Coming to infrastructure, I have to thank the federal government for giving us the appropriation that we got for 2021. This appropriation is almost double of what we got last year, and we thank the federal government for this. There are programs we already outlined in order to utilize this appropriation. One is that we're having a lot of issues with the natives and communities where we have our substations. There have been land encroachment and a lot of communal fights in some of our substations. Graciously, we've gotten funding from the government to fence the headquarters and the substation. So for the next 12 months, we'll be concentrating first on the headquarters. We want to give the headquarters a very good fencing to protect our land and to make sure that we prevent further encroachment into our land. In the areas of the offices, I will start from the laboratories. Graciously, we also received appropriation to be able to equip our laboratory. So we'll be looking into giving our laboratories state-of-the-art equipment in the next 10 to 12 months. We're also having the 1,000-seater hall, which is under construction now. And that is one of the projects that the federal government have graciously given us money to complete. So we're looking forward to completing our 1,000-seater hall to make sure that we can use it for events, can host international conferences, and that will also be a kind of a source of revenue generation into the institute. In terms of offices infrastructure, we are looking at making sure that we have at least the basic needs in terms of furniture in the offices. If we move around our offices, we'll discover that a lot of the offices are not having good furniture. People are not even having chairs or tables to sit and do their work. And graciously, that is another area where the federal government has graciously given us a fund to be able to turn around this situation and provide a very good atmosphere for our staff to be able to do their work. Research, that is another area we want to focus on. Basically, we're a research institute. We are aiming towards producing new varieties of our various crops. In terms of cocoa, you want to make sure that we produce new varieties of cocoa that will help the farmers to achieve maximum yield in their fields. Not only cocoa, we are focusing on cashew, on coffee, on tea, and on cola. So a lot of research have been lined up to achieve that purpose, and graciously we also have funding from federal government for that. So in the next 12 months, we'll be focusing on that. We will, in the next 12 to 10 months, be focusing on also producing high quality planting materials that will distribute to farmers all over the country. And in the next 10 to 12 months, we are looking towards producing about 500,000 seedlings of cocoa, which we are going to distribute to farmers all over the country. Government is supporting us in this venture. Going forward again, we're looking to not only producing seedlings and distributing to farmers, we're also trying to produce hybrid pods, which we are going to distribute also to farmers. The government is also supporting us in this regard. So those are the things we put in place to make sure we have impact on our various stakeholders, especially the farmers out there. A lot of trainings have been lined up for 2021, training the farmers on several aspects of cocoa value chain, starting from maybe planting up to harvesting and even processing. Those are there. Then in terms of the value added, we are looking forward to make sure that we promote our value addition in terms of research, to make sure that will be entrepreneurs who are ready can come to us and take up some of these technologies. This is our vision for the next 12 months. And we believe that with the support we are getting from the federal government, we believe that all these things will be achieved within the next 10 to 12 months.